No Casemiro following Copa America duty, and now no Ferland Mendy, Brahim Diaz, and most significantly Marco Asensio, who may struggle to play any part in the campaign ahead following the knee injury sustained against Arsenal. Thibaut Courtois in goal this evening. Odriozola comes in at right back for Dani Carvajal. Isco picked ahead of Lucas Vazquez, and Luka Jovic sacrificed after the early sending off of Nacho against Arsenal. Simeone's selection for Atletico, the era of Juan Fran Godin and Felipe Luis. Defensive linchpins and leviathans. Now over, it appears. Kieran Trippier, Hermoso and Renan Lodi are asked to keep the tradition going in a new look back four. João Felix, signed from Benfica for 126 million, is required to making his mark. It was shifted right to Diego Costa, and Atletico have scored within 43 seconds here. Talk about being caught cold in the heat. Real Madrid nowhere, and Atletico lead 1-0.
Well, that's it. They lost the challenge on the halfway line now. You talk about Diego Simeone. His teams are so fired up, and we've been chatting about it before the game kicked off. They're fired up. They want to win this game. The animosity, the hatred between the two clubs. You'll see that later on. And I'm going to mention, obviously, Sergio Ramos, who's been sent off 19 times in the Liga, 24 times in total. That looks like it takes a deflection. I think the shot from Costa was deflected by Sergio Ramos. Let's have a look, see.
Jerry,
yeah. Look at this, over the top, he's onside.
It's another race for Ramos to get back onside. Such a poor touch.
Confidence again, and it's scoring goals now. Look at this.
Saul has got it. And it's two, and João Felix weighs in with a goal for his new club. A fabulous start to his Atletico Madrid career. There's one thing to score in that famous jersey, but to do it against the famous all-white makes it all right indeed.
Well, that's a dream start for João Felix. He's come into the box. He had a great season last year, particularly the second half for Benfica. And Sal gets to the byline, too easy for me, cuts it back. Oh, there's 3 or 4 white shirts. They're going to rip them to pieces.
Morata again finding João Felix. João Felix again! Courtois in goal, throws his arms wide and says, I need a bit of help here, guys. They couldn't so easily. Ramos kept his arms by his side. It's nicely done by Koke, brilliantly done. And it's 3. Oh, it's fantastic. They can't stop themselves from scoring. Correa's in this time.
Oh, what a goal.
Koke so very, very clever, and Courtois beaten again.
Well, I did say to you, when this young boy comes on, Angel Correa, he is a flying machine. He's got great technique. He knows where the back of the net is. And I think that's a good partnership. It really is. But the ball from Sal was a good...
Vinicius Junior didn't wait for Odriozola this time, and Oblak took one then. He got a strong hand on the ball.
Well, it's Jovic, I think, trying to get on the end of it, which he's entitled to. It was a great ball in. And it's a 50-50. The goalkeeper, it looks accidental to me. He's coming from a deep position. Nobody picks him up. Look at that pass. It's awful.
Saul won it back, and here we go again, and it's 4. This is actually becoming embarrassing for Real Madrid.
Well, it's easy for Sal, because if you anticipate and you want to get to the ball before the opposition and they're in second gear, they're going to have chance after chance, and they can score at will. 4-0. This is going to be a huge defeat.
Diego Costa, written off too soon perhaps. He's got 2 here against Real Madrid.
It's all about anticipation, and when Sal wins it and gives it to him, Diego Costa's not going to miss.
It's a good one. Sharp stop from Courtois, completely unchallenged. Was it Savic who went for it?
Yeah, have a look at this. Where's his marker gone? It looks like it's Toni Kroos who's he opened the lock.
From a long way out, Vinicius Junior, and it's for a team that's only played 1 game before tonight. And here's Kieran Trippier arriving in the box. It's a great ball by Trippier.
Wow. And I think Carvajal's going to end up getting in instead of... Oh!
That's a bit more like it, and Oblak gets a lucky bounce back off the post. Vinicius Junior
in the penalty area. He's closed down. It goes through the legs of Savic and in off the inside of the post. Back into the hands of Oblak. A little bit of good force.
So very well, João Felix. A new name to so many over here. Not for much longer. Diego Costa went over. It might be a penalty. It is a penalty.
Inside the box. This is brilliant skill from João Felix. He lays it off here, and there's the pass from Lamar now. One
star down the middle, beats Courtois, and Real Madrid would rather be anywhere else right now. It's Real Madrid 0, Atlético Madrid 5, and honestly, hardly anyone can believe this.
Well, I would say they've created at least 9 or 10 chances, and he's clever. He's
distant third with 68 and likely to go 6 behind in this game. They are 6 behind. He just cannot stop scoring tonight. Diego Costa has done it again.
4 goals. He has found his form. He is on cloud 9. Honestly, every time he gets the ball, he looks like he's going to score.
This is the Diego Costa we saw at Chelsea 3 and 4 years ago, terrorising centre-backs and so confident in front of goal.
Yeah, he's class. He is a class act. He's a class finisher, especially in this form. And he times his run perfectly through the legs of the...
Eden Hazard found Marcelo. Marcelo goes for the spectacular.
Well, it has to be spectacular because he's surrounded by red and white striped shirts, and it's first touch, he flicks it up, and he's got to go for the overhead kick. He's got Savic, he's got Hermoso, he's got everybody in front of him.
Carvajal, that's a clever ball. Better from Real Madrid. Lucas Vazquez from the edge of the box. Eden Hazard. That's a bit more like it from Hazard, and they get one back, Real Madrid. The last touch might have been by Nacho.
I don't think he knew too much about it. It hit him rather than him putting the ball in the net. And it was good play from Eden Hazard. That's a really positive attacking role he's shown there on the left-hand side, Paul, and he needed it, and Real Madrid needed it.
That was a moment, a glimpse of the real Eden Hazard in a Real Madrid jersey. Here it is, and he gets away. Bound to get feisty. Challenge. It always does here, and people need to put their arms down. Diego Costa's in the middle of it, and he's lost the plot, as he tends to do all too often. Carvajal actually took the first hit, and he didn't like it much.
Yep.
And well, we're going to go with red. I said it because I sensed it could happen, Jerry. For a player who just gives you everything every week. This is a fabulous run forward, and it's an even better finish to make it 7-1 for Atlético Madrid. There's no end to this. Navas got nowhere near it. Another special goal tonight from Atlético Madrid.
Well, it's Vitolo who's the sub, who's only been on, what, 3 or 4 minutes, and he's a class player. He's a left-sided midfield player, but he's come all the way. He's run a good 15-20 yards, come inside on his right foot and buried it in the bottom corner.
Dare I say, Jerry, one of the forgotten men. Navas palms it, but it's still alive. Vitolo onto the bits and pieces, and it's around the post and out. Lucas Vazquez. Rodrigo's cross wasn't a bad one, and Gareth Bale was in there. This was over, but there's more punishment to come.
Unbelievable.
Gets away with one. He knew nothing about it.
It should have been it. It really should have been it.
I don't know whether this is actually becoming more embarrassing now than the first half, because Atlético Madrid have put on the king. They're being shown up so badly here.
Oh my goodness. Good run.
Is there to be a swan song for Gareth Bale? He'd like it. Penalty for Real Madrid. And a fig leaf to cover some of their wound. Take it, Benzema. Fed up with life, isn't he? He's conceded one, and now he might concede again. He does concede again.
Well, this game's finishing 2-2, the second half. They lost.
Vazquez, deflection on the cross, all along the goal line and turned in. It's another one for Real Madrid.
Wow, that's fantastic stuff. I have to say, the shot from Kubo from the edge of the box was fantastic. That was unbelievable.
And the player credited with the goal to make things look slightly better, De La Fuente.
Yeah, Gareth Bale on the end of it, heading it downwards, and then...
That is quite